All right, so looks like I'm on the screen. Hi everyone, welcome aboard, welcome. So join in, my lovely warriors, welcome aboard, and welcome to the block 4 of your iDoc series for all the NEET aspirants. And this series is also useful for EMSAT aspirants as well, and this will also help you for your JEE mains. So the question levels could be little bit easier because this is NEET preparation, but still it will definitely help you for those easy and even average questions for EMSAT as well as your JEE examination, even in fact for CUET as well. Hi Saiti, hi Mani Deepika, hello Ankit, nice to see you back, and welcome Avni and welcome Kabilesh, welcome everyone. So those of you who do not know me, my name is Shreyas. I'm the physics master teacher at Vedantu, and in today's block 4, remember we have divided the entire physics important topics into 4 blocks. So today is the last block. So in today's block it's all about waves and oscillations. So topics like simple harmonic motion, then your light waves, EM waves, and sound waves and waves on a string. All these topic related important concept related practice will be done in today's session via lots and lots of problems. So before we begin, I hope you have hit the subscribe button on the channel, because that's where you will get all the important updates, sessions, or else you will miss out on it. Also, it's important to hit the like button, because even if you subscribe, sometimes the YouTube algorithm will not recommend you the videos and you might miss out on all the important classes. So make sure you hit the like button, and also do me a favor by smashing it, because it means a lot to me and shows your love and affection to the channel. iDoc means what it is actually, Ankit. I, that is me, and doc, so you want to be a doctor, so you need to watch this series. Hello Amreen, hi Harini, hi Hemant, Aishwarya, nice to see you back, hi Magita, hello Clashing Ion, my god, what names you guys come up with. Yeah, so let's start with SHM. All right, let's start with SHM, simple harmonic motion. And before we begin, I have a simple question for you. Where do you think is the speed maximum in a SHM? Is it the mean position or is it the extreme position? Put it up in the chat box. Hi Dheeraj, hi Madheshwari, hi Saista. Thank you LMAO. Oh my god, what a name. Yes Mohammed, this will be useful for EMSAT. So mean position, correct. And if I ask you, what is the relationship between angular frequency? What is the relationship between angular frequency and time period? What will you mention? How is omega, angular frequency, and time period related? Put it up in the chat box. Come on, quick brush up, and then I'll start with some good questions, obviously. What's the relationship between them? Omega, angular frequency, is 2 pi by the time period of oscillation. In fact, omega is also given by root k by m. That's the reason why time period comes out to be 2 pi under root mass by k, right? Very good. Let's begin with the class. Now that you have warmed up, just like you warm up for your exercises. Here it comes. The maximum speed and maximum acceleration of a body, it's not deboid, oh my god, is moving in a simple harmonic motion. So, oops, just one second. Let me get my pen out here. So, the question is, what is the time period of that oscillation? Speed and acceleration, maximum values are given. Now we know that when a particle oscillates, the maximum speed is at mean position, but maximum acceleration is at the extreme position, and the values are given as follows. Maximum speed is a times of omega, and the acceleration's max value, the acceleration's maximum value is just given by a omega square. Now this is given to be 2 and this is given to be 4. So I think I can divide them to eliminate the amplitude because it is not needed. So a omega square by a omega, which will be 4 by 2. So omega will be 2. Now there is a reason why I asked you what is the relationship between omega and time period. Omega is nothing but 2 pi by the time period. So 2 cancels. So time period will be pi. That's the answer. Where is it? Where is it? Yes, option C. C for captain, C for chemistry, C for Chennai, C for so many other things, C for correcto. Okay, very good. Let's move on to the next question, completely based on maximum speed and maximum acceleration concept. This is maximum at the mean position, remember, and this is maximum at the extreme most position. If I talk about the minimum value, then this is minimum at extreme and this is minimum at mean. It's exactly opposite. Always remember that. Now, the entire PDF and also all the important updates and notifications will always come on the Telegram channel. One way to join the Telegram channel is scanning this code. Second way is in the description box below. There is a link for Telegram channel. You will not be able to search it on Telegram because it's a private channel. So your entire PDF, all the important notifications will come on this channel. Make sure you're a part of it apart from YouTube. Very good, Nikhil, Avni. Very good, Haripriya. Awesome, Nirja, Dyuti. Very good, guys. Moving on. Next question. What is the maximum acceleration of a particle doing this SHM? The equation is given by this. What do you think is the maximum acceleration over here? Hello, Monica. Welcome, guys. So, like I said before, the maximum value of the acceleration is given by a omega square. Correct? Now, look in this question and see if you can find what is a. You can see this is amplitude and this is omega. That's how equations are. Y is equal to a sine or cos omega t plus phi. So if you compare, you can see what is a and what is omega. Amplitude is 2, omega is pi by 2, of course. So this is square. So this will be pi square. One of the two remains and this will become 2. But I don't see pi over here. So remember, pi's value is 3.14. The square will be almost 9 or something, which is roughly 10. So 10 by 2, which is then 5. Hence the answer should be option A, which is 5 meters per second square. So that approximation is very important. Pi square's value is roughly g or 10. That's what you can take it as. Awesomeness, guys. Moving on to the next question. A body is executing SHM when the displacement from the mean is 4 and 5. The speeds are 10 and 8. The time period of the body is x is given, speed is given, time period is asked. If I want to know time period, I can find omega. How is omega and x and v related? I think there is an equation for that. And the equation is v is equal to omega under root a square minus x square. This is a standard equation, but it involves amplitude. Now the problem is I do not know the value of amplitude. I want omega somehow from this. So let's try this out for both the displacements as well as velocities. So when the velocity is displacement is 4, then the velocity is 10. Okay, so I'll just put it up over here. So here I'll write 10 is equal to omega under root a square minus 4 square. And the second time, when the velocity is 8, then the displacement is 5. So this is 8 is equal to omega under root a square minus 5 square. How do I eliminate a? Well, one way is maybe I can just square this on both sides and bring the omega down. So it will be 100 by omega square is equal to a square minus 4 square. Here it will be 64 by omega square is equal to a square minus 5 square. Now all I can do is subtract both the two. So let's subtract both the equations, because then a square and a square will cancel out. So it will be 100 minus 64 divided by omega square on the LHS, and over here a square cancels. So it will be, look at this way, a square minus 4 square minus a square minus 5 square. 100 minus 64 is 36 by omega square is equal to, a square has cancelled, 5 square minus 4 square, 5 square 25, 4 square 16, 25 minus 16, come on guys, it's nothing but 9. So from this, all I have to do is rearrange it. So omega square will be 36 by 9, that's obviously 4 times. So omega is nothing but 2. So time period is 2 pi by omega. So 2 pi by 2, which is again pi. So pi seconds is the answer, which is option C. Very good, Darshini. Awesomeness, guys. Very good. Very good. Very good, Manish. Hello, Manish. Yes, Sri Lakshmi. Very good. Very good, Mani Deepika. Very good, Avni. Awesomeness. Mani Deepika, no, it's not A. Be careful. It's pi. 2 will get cancelled. I think you made a mistake in there. Pi seconds. Moving on to the next question. Coming up on your screen. A simple pendulum has a time period of T1. And then what happens? it's moved up with some acceleration. The new time period is t2. What will be the ratio of the time period square? Very standard question, but you should understand the concept. When the pendulum is oscillating normally under the influence of gravity, the time period is just given by 2 pi under root L by G. But the moment you take the point of suspension and take it up, then the problem is it might accelerate, and that will create a different sense of gravity. So using this, I can find the velocity to be k into 2t, and differentiating, again I'll get acceleration is the derivative of this, which is just 2k. K's value is 1, so it is just 2 meters per second square. So I've just differentiated it, that's all. Differentiating position gives velocity, differentiating velocity gives acceleration. Once I know acceleration, its acceleration is upwards, that's what is given, then the effective gravity will no longer be g, it will be g plus a. Whenever you go up, the pseudo force acts down, pseudo force and the weight add together to give you an additional gravity, sense of gravity. So g will be no longer g, it will be g plus a, so it will be 10 plus 2, which is nothing but 12. Now the new time period will be 2 pi under root L by g plus a, which is nothing but 12. Sorry, this is t2. Now the question is t1 by t2 square. So let's find out t1 by t2 first. So t1 by t2, if I divide this with this, 2 pi cancels, L cancels, g will remain and root 12 will remain. So g will remain below and root 12 will remain on the top. So when I square it, so t1 square by t2 square will be 12 by g. Now 12 by g means it's 12 by 10, which is nothing but 6 by 5. That's the answer. So do we have such an option? Option C is there again. There we go. Awesomeness, guys. Reshma, I'm very good. Awesome. I'm very good, Jana. Thank you so much. Okay. So the concept here is the relative gravity. So the perceived gravity will be more when you accelerate up. But if the same question was there when it is going down, then you will do g minus a. Remember, up is plus, down is minus. That's how you can remember it. Okay. Let's move on to the next question. A spring force of constant k. Okay. Not so much Dhanush. I can't speak so much of Telugu. You can speak very chala Telugu. I can't speak very chala Telugu. Okay. Let's move on. A spring of force constant k is cut into pieces. One piece is double the length of the other. The longer piece will have a force constant of how much? Let's try to figure this out. These are also standard questions. Now, whenever you have a spring of constant k and then you break it into two parts, let's say k1 and k2, remember these two springs are actually in series and this is the equivalent. Strictly speaking, when springs are in series, the reciprocals add to give the equivalence reciprocal. So 1 by k1 plus 1 by k2 is actually 1 by the original spring constant. Now, what you need to do is realize that we need to find the spring constant of the longer piece. Well, you have broken it into the length of 1:2. This is the length ratio. This is the length ratio. Now, there is a simple rule of springs which you should know, and that is spring constant is basically inversely proportional to length. It's inversely proportional to length. So basically, if the length ratio is 1:2, that means K1 by K2 will be 2:1. Rather, K1 will be twice of K2. Which is the longer piece? The longer piece is the one which is K2. This is the longer piece. Look at that. The one which has bigger length. Okay, lots of questions Pugazaru in this session. I don't know, I have not counted it, but there are lots of questions covering many models of question, many patterns of the question. Now, once you want to find K2, that means you do not want K1. So instead of K1, you are going to put 2K2. Else, if I wanted K1, then I would have put instead of K2, K1 by 2. So you have to see what is needed, what is not. So instead of K1, I'm just going to put 2 times of K2 plus 1 by K2 is equal to 1 by K. So taking LCM, it will be 1 plus 2 by 2K2 is equal to 1 by K. Now rearranging these numbers, what are we going to get? It's going to be 3, 1 plus 2 is 3. Take K on the upper side is equal to 2 times of K2. This 2K2 also have brought it up. So K2 will be nothing but 3K divided by 2. This is how you're going to solve the problem. So no matter what the ratio is, sometimes they might give you 2:3, 5:7, 1:3, doesn't matter. Always remember the springs come out to be in series. For series, do not add the spring constants, add the reciprocals. Number 1. Second concept, spring constant is inversely proportional to the length. That's it. You're going to get the answer. Okay, I hope this is clear. Moving on to the next one. Now there are 3 masses, observe it. 3 masses, 700, 500 and 400. And they are suspended as shown. Now when you remove 700 and only these 2 masses are there, time period is 3. And when you remove 500, then the time period is something else. What is that time period is the question. In general, the time period's formula is nothing but 2 pi under root mass by the spring constant. So take it case by case. In the first case, when 700 gram is removed, the time period is 3 seconds. So substitute the value of time as 3, 2 pi under root m by k. If you remove 700, then 500 and 400 will remain. So the total mass will be nothing but, I can just put it as basically, 0.5 plus 0.4. So this will be 2 pi under root 0.9 by k. This is the first time. Now let's check for the second time. When 500 gram is also removed, then what is the new time period? So second time, the time period is 2 pi under root. If you remove 500 along with 700, only 400 gram is remaining. So 0.4 divided by k. So t divided by, so all I have to do is basically t divided by 3. This divided by this. 2 pi cancels. 2 pi cancels. K also cancels. So what am I left with? I'm left with 0.4 and I'm also left with 0.9. This is nothing but 4 by 9. This is nothing but 2 by 3. Now 3 cancels. So t will be nothing but 2. That's the answer. Check this out. Very good, guys. If you have got this answer, awesomeness. Awesomeness. James Burke, concentrate, man. Concentrate. Awesome, Aisha, very good. Before each and every session while teaching, YT, do you prepare yourself by looking at the books or just come and teach? I don't look at books. No, it's the time has gone. I mean, there was a point of time when I used to read a lot of books. Now I read books, but only when it is needed or when I have to refer to something. But otherwise, I don't read the books. Yes, every day for me, it's like a problem practice. Okay, very good. Moving on to the next question, coming up on your screen. A mass m of 100 grams is attached at the end of a light spring. It oscillates on a frictionless table. Time period is 2 seconds. Initial mass is at rest, time 0, displacement minus 0.16. The expression of the displacement is how much? Let's have a look at it. First of all, let's draw the scenario, only then I'll get an idea. So this is basically x equals to 0. Okay, that is the positive side. Obviously this is positive x-axis. This is your negative x-axis. Now that mass is going to oscillate, time period is given. So from the time period, to find out the equation, obviously I need omega. Omega is 2 pi by time period. So it will be 2 pi by 2. So it will be basically pi. So omega is pi radian per second. Initially the mass is at not related. This should be released. Okay, this should be released from rest. Released from rest at a distance of minus 0.16. So the mass is somewhere over here. And this is basically at rest. And this distance is given to be 0.16 meters magnitude wise. Distance actually coordinate wise it is negative. Everybody understood? Now think and tell me, is this point the mean position or the extreme position? Put it up in the chat box. Come on guys. Is this point the mean position or is it the extreme position? Let me know in the chat box. Think carefully and let me know. Obviously it has started from rest. It's going to accelerate, right? And it's going to have maximum speed and then going to stop. Yes, it is the extreme position. Very good. So if it is at rest, that means it is the extreme position. On the other side, when it reaches and stops, obviously it will stop over here at the other extreme, and this distance will be again 0.16 meters. So shouldn't the amplitude be 0.16 meters? Shouldn't the amplitude be 0.16 meters? Great. Now look at the options. See which of the options do not match. Well, all the options, well, this is actually equal to, all the options have 0.16, good. All the options have omega as pi, yes. So the only catch is, by substituting time as 0, are you getting x as minus 0.16? Substitute x equals to 0, substitute time is equal to 0, substitute time is equal to 0, is x coming out to be minus 0.16. Try it out for each and every option. That way it's going to be very easy. So if you substitute time as 0 over here, cos 0 is 1, here I'm going to get it as plus 0.16. So this is wrong. Here substitute time as 0, cos 0 is 1. So here I'll get it as minus 0.16. Yes. Here if you substitute time as 0, then you will get this as basically sine of pi. Sine of pi is also 0. So this answer is going to be 0. So this is out of question. Here time 0, sine pi is again 0. So you are again going to get 0. This is also out of question. So there is only one option like that. Hence the correct answer is option B. So minus 0.16 cos omega t, which makes sense because graphically also it will go like this. It starts from minus 0.16, then goes to 0, then goes to plus 0.16. This is how the position versus time graph will look like. When you release from here, it will go from here to here. That means from negative to positive side. And then from positive to negative side. So positive to negative side. So this is how the oscillation goes. So this is a minus cosine graph. I hope this is clear. Yes, Tanish, you can watch it. Yes, Jannat, definitely you can expect these kind of questions in EMSAT also. Moving on to the next topic, and that is waves. Get ready. Arya, I'm very good. Hi, Anil. Hello, Pratibhan. Welcome aboard. So let's talk about waves. Let's do some beautiful questions on waves. In a sinusoidal wave, the time for a particular point to move from max to zero displacement is this much. What is the frequency? Okay. The time for a wave to move from max displacement to the mean position, that is here, is given to be 0.17 seconds. So what is the frequency? Well, this is just 1/4 of the oscillation. This is 1/4 of the oscillation, because from extreme to mean, mean to extreme, extreme to mean, and mean to again extreme. That completes a cycle. So hence, this is just 1/4 of an oscillation. If that is 1/4 of an oscillation, that means the time period will be 4 times of 0.17. And the frequency will be 1/4 into 0.17. Correct? Everybody with me? So this will be 1 divided by 17 fours, correct? 68. So this will be 0.68. Now check the answers, check the options. I'm pretty sure 1 by 0.68 won't be point something. These are out. Now 1 by 0.68, 1 by 0.7. Obviously it can't be 3. Yeah, because if you have to get the answer as 3, this should be 1 by 0.3 or something like that. So this option is also out. So this should be the answer, option A. You can eliminate it by simple mental math. That's all. Salva Karthik, that may be true also. Yes, it might not happen exactly on 20th. It might start 1 or 2 days later, but it will not be postponed like by some 3 or 4 weeks. Yes, Rahul VJX, yes, NEET level questions are very easy. Yeah. So if you have checked all the NEET question papers, especially of physics, you will see exact these kind of questions. Almost 60% of the questions are like that. 20-30% are some questions which I just did before. Some are hard. Okay. So most of the questions are exactly like this. Moving on to the next one. A transverse wave is represented by this equation. Here V is the wave velocity. For what value of the wavelength the maximum particle speed is 2 times the wave velocity. So this will come under the average or above average question. Okay. Hi Pi, do what your heart says. Just because somebody is telling you to do that does not mean that you have to follow that. So make sure that you do whatever you like and whatever is beneficial. H.C. Verma, I am telling you, is the book that you should solve. Don't listen to anybody else. Okay. Any chance of asking questions from 40 years question paper in JEE Mains? Less chances, but there are, but not more than 1 or 2. Okay. Don't expect too much. Okay. So how do we do this? Maximum particle speed is equal to 2 times the wave speed. Vp max is 2 times the wave velocity. There are two different things here. Particle goes up and down. Particle goes up and down like a simple harmonic motion. In SHM, the maximum speed is given by amplitude into omega. Amplitude into omega. Wave speed is completely different. For a wave which is traveling, the wave speed is given by omega by k. Try to recollect. This is the speed formula. Now omega cancels, so a will be 2 divided by k. Now k is not given, but lambda is given, so k and lambda, how are they related? 2 pi by lambda. 2 cancels, so this will be lambda by pi is nothing but a. So a is lambda by pi. Is it there somewhere? Acha, the amplitude is given. Amplitude is y naught. Amplitude is y naught. So instead of a, I might as well write this as y naught. So lambda is equal to y naught into pi. That's the answer. There we go. Option D. Very good, Darshini. Hi, Nitin Raja. Welcome aboard. Ajal Crush 007. Best way to remember formulas, just search for Shreyas sir complete formula, okay, class. You will get it. You will get it. There is a beautiful session. There is a beautiful way of remembering all the formulas. I have covered all the formulas of physics, be it for JEE or be it for NEET or KVPY or CUET or EMSAT is there. Just watch it. You will get it. Okay. So there is a way to remember it by relating it to other subjects, relating it between topics and seeing it in a particular sequence. So just see that. Okay, moving on. There is a destructive interference between two waves from two different points. To get the maximum sound or constructive interference at the point, the path one wave has to be increased by is how much? Let's do this. There are two waves. They are interfering destructively. It is clearly mentioned, destructive. So if one wave is like this, the other wave is exactly opposite of that. This is wave number 1, this is wave number 2. This is destructive interference. You can see that. This is definitely destructive interference. Crest, trough, trough, crest. To make it constructive, you change the path. How do you do that? It's very simple. Take this wave and just shift it. Make the trough aligned with this trough. So just take this point, just over here, just below this point, just below this point. So like this. Now you can see that the first wave and the shifted wave align perfectly. Trough, trough, crest, crest, trough, trough. Now this is obviously doing constructive interference. So how much did you shift it by? Think about it. It's basically the shift is only this much. What is this? The complete wavelength by 2. So the shift is wavelength by 2. That's the answer. There you go. There you go. That's all. Which is option B, not A. A lot of students make a mistake. They end up writing either A or D. That is wrong. Remember, this is one wavelength. So this is just half a wavelength. So you're shifting it exactly by one trough or one crest. So the concept here is when it is destructive interference, the crest and trough match. To make it constructive, you need to shift it exactly by one crest or one trough. So when you shift this green over here, you are shifting it by one crest or one trough, which is nothing but wavelength by 2, because this is wavelength. That's all. Hence the answer is lambda by 2. Is that okay? I hope this is clear. Balamukundam Vemula. Okay, cool, cool. All right. So this is the logic behind it. Else you will mess up this question using some weird formulas. All right. Moving on to the next one. Now, this is a question on echo. A lot of times they ask you questions on echo in sound waves. So there is a person standing here and the question says, find the distance between the cliffs if he hears the first and the second echo after 1.5 and 3.5 seconds. Why will he hear echoes after two different times? Because, think about it, if he speaks something, he shoots something, or he does something, he produces a sound, the sound will travel in both the directions. one sound will go here, get reflected and come back, and it will be heard by him. In the meantime, the other sound will be, or the same sound from the other side will go like this, get reflected, and he will hear it after some other time, because he might be situated at two different distances. Everybody with me on this? Great. So guys, if you want Samya tab, if you want buoyant force, there is a lecture on fluid mechanics conducted by me. Just search for fluid mechanics Shreyas sir, you will get it. Okay. Now, here is what you need to do. In order to find D1 and D2, this is the logic. The sound has to travel D1 here and D1 back. So it has to travel D1 twice. Same thing. D2 also it has to travel twice before it reaches his ear. So can I say, using this formula, distance is speed multiplied by time. This is a distance traveled. So think about it. Any sound you take, it travels twice the distance between the person and the hill on the other side. So it will be 2 times of D1. Speed of sound is constant. Time taken is T1. Great. So D1 will be C by 2 into T1. Same way, for the other side, I can say 2 times of D2 is C into T2. So D2 is nothing but C into T2 by 2. The question is not to find D1 or D2. Question is distance between the cliffs. That's the question. Read it. Distance between the cliffs, D. Now this D is obviously D1 plus D2. This D1 plus this D2 gives you the total distance. So add them. So C by 2 and T1 and T2, I can take it in the brackets. So it's just a matter of solving this now. C is 340. So 340 by 2. T1 and T2, that's 1.5 and 3.5. Notice the fact that I have not substituted the values of T1 and T2 before, but towards the end, I waited for the final form and then I have substituted all the values. That makes the problem much easier. So 340 by 2 is 170. 1.5 plus 3.5 guys. That's going to be just 5. So 17 5s are, that's 85. So 850 meters, which is option B, of course. Yes, Darshini, very good. Balamukundam, Shri, Lakshmi, Anisha, very good. Samiha, very good. Hi, Shivadatta. Important chapters in JEE Mains. Sham, just search for high weightage topic Shreyas sir. You will get the answer, or just leave a comment. Okay, after the video ends, I will give you the list of the topics which you need to study. Okay, but you can just search it. High weightage topics. Shreyas sir, it's there on YouTube. Okay, I hope this is clear. 850 meters is the answer. Yes, Shyam, I just told you. Okay, so moving on to the next one. So to boost score in physics in the last few days, here is what I would say. Please try and remember as many formulas. There is a session. See, I'll show it to you. It's just there right over here. I don't know, some of you might have seen this. So while you're watching this video, okay, just go down over here. And what is this, guys? Not all of you have liked the video. Go ahead, smash the like button. What are you guys doing? Come on, do that right now. Go to playlists. Okay, go down. And when you go to playlists, all kinds of sessions are there. Now, for your NEET, JEE, whatever preparation you're doing, go here. This is the complete formula playlist. Click on this. Here you will see complete physics formulas. Complete 12th, 11th formulas. This is the one which you should see. Okay, I hope this is clear. All tricks, everything are mentioned. Now if you go below, here you will see strategy sessions by me, Shimon sir, and then you will also see over here JEE Physics important tips and tricks and strategy sessions. The complete playlist is there. So this is where you need to watch it. I hope that is clear. Okay, moving on to the next one. Here it comes. A police is moving at speed of 20, chases a motorcycle moving at the same speed. The police sounds his horn at 180, while both of them move towards the stationary siren of frequency f hertz. Calculate f if it is given he does not hear any beats. Interesting. Now, because it is clearly mentioned in the question that the motorcyclist is moving with the same speed and the police car sounds his horn at 180 hertz, think and tell me what is the frequency heard by the motorcycle. The frequency heard by the motorcyclist, or rather frequency heard by the motorcyclist from the police's horn. How much will it be? I think it will still be 180 hertz. If there is no relative motion, what will happen? The original frequency will be the apparent frequency. It will be same. Police and the motorcyclist are moving with the same speed. So the frequency heard by the motorcyclist from this side. So from this side, he will hear how much? 180 hertz only. Now the speaker over there has some F frequency, but the sound by the time it reaches here, it will change because of the apparent phenomena of Doppler effect. Cool guys? Everybody with me on this? Great. Now it is clearly mentioned there are no beats observed. That means what is the frequency heard by the observer from the source on the other side? Think carefully. From the source, what will the observer hear? He will also hear 180 hertz because there is no beats. Now that you got it till this point, think we have to figure out what is the original frequency. So just use Doppler effect. So using the Doppler effect formula, where the F apparent is equal to the F original into the speed of sound plus minus Vd, speed of sound plus minus Vs. The apparent frequency is 180. That's the catch. Apparent frequency is 180. Original frequency, I do not know. V, well, that's 340 standard, 340 over here also. Now, source is not moving, it's the detector which is moving. Correct? So the detector is moving, like you can see, the biker is moving towards the source. He will hear higher frequency. Since he's moving towards the source, put a plus. And what is the speed of the cyclist? He is moving with 20 meters per second. Great. So I think this 0 cancels. So this will be F into 34 plus 2 is 36. And this will be 34. And this is 18 into 10. The reason why I wrote it like this is because 18 goes with 36 2 times. And 2 goes with 34 17 times. So the frequency will be 10 multiplied by 17, which is 170 hertz. That's it. There you go. Check it out. 170 hertz. That's the answer. Shyam Krishna, like I told you, bacha, search on YouTube channel. Like I told you, high weightage, important, Shreyas sir, you will get the answer. Okay. Jannat, I'll be doing one more session on EMSAT on most likely 18th or 19th of July. Okay. What is V? V is speed of sound, Kritika. This is speed of sound. So this is basically your speed of sound. If it is not given, usually we will take it as roughly 340 meters per second, standard value. Just like G, if it is not given, you take it as 10 meters per second square. Oh, your exam is on 18th. Okay, then I'll see if I can do something before 18th. I'll try. Okay, I'll try. Okay, cool. I hope this is fine till this point. Can we move ahead to the next? Guys? Yep, there we go. Okay, so there is an open-ended organ pipe. And it is in its second harmonic. Now it is closed and the frequency of the fork is increased slowly. Interesting. And then it resonates at some other frequency. If in this case the pipe vibrates in the nth harmonic, then what is the value? Okay, so you know what? I feel like drawing in this case because it will be very confusing if I try to do it with formulas because one is a closed pipe, one is an open pipe. So it's not that difficult actually to draw and visualize what is happening. So here you have an open pipe, like you can see, this is an open pipe. Okay, this is an open pipe. Second harmonic, well, if it is second harmonic, then it means that I should probably show like this. This is your second harmonic. This is your second harmonic for the open pipe, and it resonates with a tuning fork which has a frequency of F1. Cool? That's it. Now what you have done is taken the same pipe but closed it at one side. You have closed it at one side. Now because of that, resonance is obtained again with a new frequency F2, because you are using a different tuning fork or changing the frequency of the tuning fork. And what is the harmonic? That is not given. Well, I think I can figure that out. See, if you're slowly increasing the frequency, that means it's as if you're trying to complete these waves in this same length. Right now you had this one wave, or think of it, this was half, this was one complete lobe, and this was half. So if I had one more thing over here which would complete it, because at the closed end I should always get a node, at open end I should get an antinode, then I'm trying to fit in more waves inside the same length. That means I'm trying to increase the frequency. So how about looking at it like this? Don't you see that? I've slowly compressed it so that more of these can fit in, so that there is a node here and an antinode there. Now which harmonic does it represent? Which harmonic does it represent? Come on, my warriors. Which harmonic does it represent? Just count, just think. This usually this is your first harmonic, then you have this as the third harmonic. This is first, this is third. Obviously this is odd harmonics only, so this is your fifth harmonic. This is your fifth harmonic. This is with a different tuning fork of frequency F2. This is completely different. That's all. No, it is not third. Only odd harmonics are present when it is closed at one side. 1, 2, 3, 4 is for both sides open or both sides closed. When one side is closed, it's 1, 3, 5. So hence this is the fifth harmonic. A lot of people make a counting mistake there, and that's why they write n is equal to 3. Now I can see n is 5 at both these places, so one of them should be true. Let's figure that out. Now from this side, I can say F1 will be 2 times V by 2L. Therefore, I get F1 is just V by L. That's a standard formula. And for this guy, the F2 value will be odd number, which is the 5 into V by 4L. Whenever it is closed pipe, there is 4 here. Whenever it is open pipe, there is 2 here. Now V by L, like you can see from here, is just F1. So basically F2 is nothing but 5 by 4 times of F1. That's the answer. 5 by 4 times of F1, which is option C. Third option. I'll try, Bacha Jannat. It's little difficult, but I will definitely make an effort to make a session before 18th. Definitely. Why not 3V by 4L? Darshini, it's always the odd number. The harmonic will always come over here. Whatever is over here will come over here. If it is second harmonic, like you can see, that number 2 comes here. If it's fifth harmonic, 5 will come over here. That's how it works. That's the formula. Okay, I hope this is clear. Everybody with me on this? Okay, so the harmonic number into V by 2L or harmonic number into V by 4L. Now if it is open, then it is 2L. If it is closed, it is 4L. Okay, always odd harmonics are present, even harmonics are absent in closed pipes. That is how it works, Darshini. Okay, yes, PV Vekan, I know Hindi also. Moving on to the next one. Tuning fork A has frequency of 500. 2 beats are produced. If B is filed, then the beats heard remains the same. Then the frequency of B before is how much? Well, A has a frequency, standard question, 500 Hertz. So there are 2 options now for B. One option is, the answer is 498 because 2 beats are heard. So 498 Hertz. The second option is, it could be 502 Hertz. Now, whichever option you see apart from these 2 options, you are going to eliminate. So 504 never possible, 500 not possible. Now here is what you need to do. See guys, well, if you file B, that means if you take this tuning fork and you rub it, you remove some part slowly some particles rub off. So what will happen? It will become thinner. It was thick before, now it will become thinner. Here the frequency will be less, here the frequency will be more. This is filed. When you file it, it becomes thinner, it becomes easy for it to vibrate. So frequency becomes higher. So had it been 502, assuming, when you file it, frequency will increase, the gap between them will also increase. But if the original frequency was 498, when you file it, maybe it goes to 502. So the gap here and the gap here remains the same. So beats remain the same. Hence the correct answer should be 498. It should be 498. A lot of people think it's B. No, it is not B. It is not B. Yashordhana, yes, I am working overtime only for you guys. Okay, that's it. Just because of your exams. Just because of your exams. That's all. Got it? Very good. Tamil, no, I do not know Tamil. Okay, but I can understand. Thank you, Govind Mittal, so much. Thank you so much. Moving on to the next one. Again, a beautiful question on Doppler effect, I believe, because you can see frequencies and it is moving somewhere. So this source, the speaker is going in a circular path. There is this detector. Where do you think the frequency will be higher or lower? Apparent frequency. Well, you just have to see how is the source going. It's going here. It's going away. So whenever you go away, the frequency will reduce. And at point A, the frequency is N1. So N1 will be the least. At point B, you are going closer. If you go closer, the frequency will increase. So N2 will be higher than N1 for sure. In fact, it will be the highest, okay, because you are going closer. In case of point C, you are neither going closer nor going away. So I think at that point, you will hear the original frequency. So that means the frequency will be basically same. And that's why this value of N3 will be in between. So N3 will be in between because you are neither going close nor going away. So the original frequency will be heard. So N3 will be in between, N2 will be the highest, and N1 will be the lowest. Lowest, highest, and in between. That's all. Very good. Option B it is. No, it is not C, guys. I'm not sure. No, it's not C. It's not D also. Be careful. N3 is not the lowest. Okay. It is option B. Very good, Lahari, Shiva, Aisha. Very good, Shiva. Awesome, Sri Lakshmi. Hello, JS Creations. And I'm so glad of you, Govind. And guys, looks like many of you forgot that today is Guru Purnima. You just got carried away with the session. Okay. So I think you forgot to wish all your gurus. Everybody knows Teachers Day. Everybody forgets Guru Purnima. Hai na? Because then during Teachers Day, you get to teach. Just that's what happens, or you have some functions. Some schools do celebrate Guru Purnima as well. So I wish you guys a very happy Guru Purnima, and I hope that you learn a lot from all your teachers. Now, teachers do not mean people like me. Teachers mean everything and anything that teaches you something. It could be your friend, it could be a stone, it could be a cloud, it could be another person. Everything around you teaches you something. So I hope that you keep learning a lot from everyone. Okay, thank you, Govind. Okay, thank you, everyone. Moving on to the next question, coming up on your screen. What do we have? We have basically a source of sound placed in the open end of a resonance, not solemn, this is column, looks like a lot of spelling mistake, column, and sends an acoustic wave of pressure amplitude P0 inside the tube. The atmospheric pressure is PA. Then the ratio of maximum and minimum pressure at the closed end will be. See, what it means is, this is your pipe and there is a source over here. There is a source over here. Okay. Now that source sends out a pulse. The amplitude of that pulse, is P0. Is P0. Usual atmospheric pressure is PA. Now because of this, what will happen? You will see standing waves generated over here. You will see pressure variations over here. At the closed end, you will see a pressure antinode. Pressure antinode means max variations in the pressure. And these things always happen at the closed side. Because over here, the accumulation of the particles and the rarefaction happens maximum. At the open end, you will see the pressure node being formed because the pressure is roughly constant. There is no variation. Node means no changes. It's a node. So the pressure is adjusting itself to the atmosphere. Displacement wise, this is node and this is antinode. So pressure and displacement always go 90 degrees apart, meaning wherever you find an antinode for pressure, you will find a displacement node for the same thing. And at the same point, wherever you find pressure node, you will find displacement antinode. Alright, I hope this is clear. Definitely Paradise, you can definitely refer to these things for your JEE as well. Moving on. Now, if that is true, then think what is the ratio of the max to the min pressure? The maximum pressure will be atmospheric pressure plus the maximum amplitude that is possible, that is P0, and minimum will be PA minus P0. That's it. So that's the maximum variations that is possible, which is option A, of course. As simple as that. Is that clear? 51 percentile means very, I don't know, could be, I don't know, maybe around 50-60 marks or 40 marks, depends on that. Okay, moving on to the next question coming up on your screen, and this is on EM waves, and we are going to light also. EM waves and light. Thank you, Govind, so much. Thank you so much, means a lot. Lambda V, lambda X and lambda M represents wavelengths of X-ray and visible and your microwaves. Then who is more, who is less? This is direct theory based question. I want everybody spamming in the chat box. 75 percentile is not good. Percentiles which are good are 96 above only. Even if you get 90, it is not great because you're just qualifying for JEE Advanced, but NITs, no. You will not get any NITs. For getting NITs, you should be at least 96, 97 percentile, then you get NITs. That too, not the top NITs or top branches. So if you want good NITs, top branches, you should be above 99.5 and so on and so forth. Triple IT, no bacha. For triple IT, you should be above 99.5, 99.4 and all of that. Okay, C, sure? Okay, let's have a look. Very good. So visible, then X-ray and microwave. So microwave has the longest wavelength, then comes visible, and then comes X-rays. X-rays have typically in Armstrong, visible is in nanometers. This is in meters, okay? This is in, not meters exactly, but millimeters and stuff like that. Okay, so that's how it goes. So millimeters and all of that is obviously more. This is nanometers and this is Armstrongs. Okay, moving on to the next one, coming up on your screen. Yes, Govind, you are correct, Bacha. Very good, Jalakuru. Awesome, Avni, Anisha. Very good, Srimati. Awesomeness, Mandipika, Sai Surya. I hope you have got your answer to your question. Wave is traveling in Y direction. Electric field is along X direction. Magnetic field will be along which direction? Interesting. Now there is a standard formula which will give you the prediction of the direction of all the three things, and that is electric field cross magnetic field is parallel to the speed of light or the velocity of light. According to the question, velocity of the wave is along y-axis. Y means j cap, so plus j cap. Electric field is along x direction, so that means this is plus I cap. So I cross what will give you j cap? Think about it. Well, if you have forgotten the rules, remember I, j, k, write it in the cyclic order, you will get the answer. I cross k will give you minus j. So I cross minus k will give you plus j. So this should be minus k hat. Minus k means negative z, which is option D. Very good. Very good, Amrish. Very good, Aisha. Awesomeness. Lahari, already 11th standard formulas is there. Just search for Shreyas sir. 11th standard formulas. You will get the first two results only, you will get it. 11th standard Lahari. Okay, 11th standard Shreyas sir. You will get it. For any problem, guys, just search Shreyas sir, your problem. Okay, how to complete syllabus, how to make notes, timetable, high weightage topics, NEET strategy, bit-sat strategy, whatever you want, you'll always find it. Those are the magical words, Shreyas sir, and these things. If something is not there, I'll definitely try to make it. There are so many things I want to make, obviously. It's not like the end, okay, tomorrow I have to stop making videos, everything is done. So many things are there that I want to share with you, and this will keep coming. That's the reason why you need to hit the like as well as the subscribe button down there. If you're not done that yet, please do that right now. Here it comes. Okay, so find the maximum magnetic force on the electron if the electric field equation is given and the electron is in moving in y direction only. Interesting. So when this electric field travels, okay, this is electric field, and this this electron is moving along that y direction. The question is, find the maximum magnetic force on that electron. No, attend VPro lecture, Govind, always VPro on priority and then YouTube classes, because you have already paid for those classes and those classes go in a particular order. I don't want you to miss any VPro classes. Please attend the VPro class. Okay, last words. No, Ashish, today is not the last word. Saturday is going to be the last word, because I'm going to conduct a sure shot problem session for all of you. Sure shot. Lots of questions, high frequency, high weightage questions for you. Bye bye, Govind. Take care. So here is what you need to understand. The force is given by Q, V into B. Q is E. Velocity, I think it's given. It's over here. 2 into 10 to the power 7. Magnetic field is not given, but I think I can do something about it. Since electric field is given, magnetic field, the maximum value, that too. Well, E by B is C. So magnetic field will be the maximum electric field by C, correct? Because E by B is C. So B is E by C. So maximum magnetic field will be maximum electric field by C. As simple as that. Oh my God, sorcerer. Oh my God. Thank you so much, bacha. It means a lot. It means a lot. Oh my God, 100 rupees. I mean, I don't need anything, guys. Your love, your likes, your comments, more than enough. Attend the classes and spread the word. Nothing more I want. Thank you so much, bud. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay. So, moving on. So, E is nothing but 1.6 into 10 to the power minus 19. This is 2 into 10 to the power 7. E max, the maximum field is this much. So, that's 300. And speed of light is 3 into 10 to the power 8. So, this conversion is very important. And to realize that magnetic force is QVB, B is not given. You have to find it from E by B is equal to C. That's all. I hope this is clear. Now it's just a matter of solving this. Well, 3 goes with this 3. This becomes 100. So 2 into 1.6, that's 3.2 into 10 to the power minus 19, 10 to the power 7. These two zeros go. 10 to the power 6 goes on the top. It will become 10 to the power minus 6. 3.2 is only there here, guys. 3.2. Don't even have to bother solving it. So that's the trick which I have taught you many times. Powers of 10 should be ignored. That's all. Ignore the powers of 10. That's all. And you will see that you can easily, quickly get to the answer. You will save 10-15 seconds, or else you will waste time calculating those results. Okay. Hi Puneet, nice to see you back. Hi Sakshi, welcome. Waiting for Saturday already, Ashish, I know. 82.3 percentile, no bacha. Jade Sumitra, I am telling you, you need 97 percentile in JEE Mains at least to get something good, decent in NITs. So Amrish the learner, please make sure that you improve your percentiles for the second attempt. Okay. Good evening, Supreet Star. Moving on to the next one. Okay. Electromagnetic wave travels in a medium with a speed of 2 into 10 to the power 8. Relative permeability of the medium is 1. What is the relative permittivity of the medium? Interesting. How do we do this? Okay. I think for finding this permittivity, I think we need the refractive index, because somehow speed of light is given. So speed of light is related to refractive index, and refractive index is related to permittivity. So I think we need to do that. So let's try this out. First of all, speed of light in vacuum upon speed of light in medium is the refractive index. In vacuum it is 3 into 10 to the power 8. In the medium it is 2 into 10 to the power 8. This is mu. So mu is basically 3 by 2. Interesting. One more thing which I know is refractive index is the relative permittivity into relative permeability. Mu is 3 by 2 from here. 3 by 2 from here. Relative permeability is 1. Relative permeability is 1. Permittivity is asked. So I obviously am going to square it. So 9 by 4 is ER. So ER will be 9 by 4 is 2.25. That's the answer. Just check this out. If it is there somewhere, I think it is option A. Perfecto. Perfecto. Thank you, Mohammed. Hyderabad wala. Wow, what a nice surname. Love that city. Next question can from ray and wave optics. It's going to be waves. Ray optics already done long time back. Just search for Shreyas or ray optics. You will get a lot of questions. Only 430 average on mock test. My aim is 630. Puneet, I'll tell you something. All the NEET aspirants remember this. You know, there are times where many students hardly cross 500, hardly cross sometimes 450. But there can be miracles. That's what I keep telling my students. There can be miracles that can happen in the last 2-3 days. So believe in miracles. Don't lose hope. There exists something like, you know, something which is bigger than you, which can suddenly trigger. And maybe all the questions which you have been studying, many questions start coming in the exam. It's your luck. It's just your day. And if it is not your day, you might have studied 1 lakh type of questions and not any of them will come in the exam. Who knows, right? So just hang on there, and I'm pretty sure Sunday, the 17th of July will turn out to be really well. Even if it doesn't, we have your back. We will see what we can do later on. But I feel just because you have been getting 450 on an average does not mean you can not get 600 plus. Something might click. Suddenly your brain might start working. And I want you to do that in the last 2-3 days. So practice a lot of questions. See whatever you can. And just focus on self-practice. Okay? Self-practice is very important. Or else, I could have conducted lectures for 12 hours, 24 hours. We could have continuously done a series. Morning 7 o'clock till evening 12 o'clock. What's the point? You will just be watching the lectures. Where are you practicing? You have to practice. So that's why we try to keep the lectures crisp, clear, to the point, so that you get time for self-study. Okay? So I believe in something really good is going to happen to all of you. And I really hope lots of questions from whatever you have studied in IDOC series, mock tests, formula revisions from your sure shot, and every other session of Pathfinder, Nurture will end up there some way or the other. Maybe not direct, but you will remember, sir had done it like that. I'm going to do it this way. Okay, moving on to the next one. Light waves. In a Young's double slit experiment, the separation between the slits is 0.1 millimeter. The wavelength of the light is this much. The interference is observed on the screen. Find the separation between the successive bright fringes. The separation between successive bright fringes indirectly means the fringe width. The fringe width is basically nothing but lambda d by d. Lambda is given, where is it? 600. Oh my god, all the answers have 6. So I need to be careful with the decimals and powers. 600 nano, that's 10 to the power minus 9. Distance is 1 meter, so into 1. Distance between the slits is 0.1 millimeter, so into 10 to the power minus 3. So this will be 6 into 10 to the power minus 7 and 1 into 10 to the power minus 4. So this will be 6 into 10 to the power minus 3 meters, which is 6 millimeters, which is there right over here as option B. Thank you, Srisha, so much. I'll be praying for all of you on Sunday for sure. And I'll be waiting on the other side. 5 o'clock, 5:10, I'll be starting the video. Yes, we are going to have the initial reactions. And if you want to message me, if you want to get in touch with me, please let me know. We will be having live reactions. We'll be seeing live updates on how the paper went right at 5:10 p.m. just after, or 5:30 p.m. all right, 5:30 p.m. immediately after the NEET exam is over. Hello Giridhar. Kirtika, that is very good, bacha. 120 in physics. I can see you are slowly improving. I'm pretty sure you will get 150 also. Just 30 marks more. Try some extra things. See what can be done to get that 150. You will feel very good about it. Captain in ship or plane? Both, Ramna. Marine. And your name has Marine. That's why you like ships, I guess. But I love planes. Ships also I like, but planes fascinate me more. One of the slits of the Young's double slit experiment is 4 times the other slit. Find the ratio of max to minimum intensity. Okay. Now, what happens is when the slits are equal widths, then you will see perfect constructive, perfect destructive, zero intensity, and then max intensity. But one is bigger, one is smaller, more intense light, less intense light, they will not interfere perfectly destructively. So, what you need to do in that case is the intensity of a slit, remember, is directly proportional to the slit width. So essentially I1 by I2 because it is 4 times, so it is 4:1. Now these are the light waves which are basically interfering at a point. This is I1, this is I2. So at that point the maximum intensity and the minimum intensity values are given by this. Imax is basically root I1 plus root I2 whole square, standard formula. I minimum is basically root I1 minus root I2 whole square, standard formula. Just take the ratio, it's going to solve all your problems. All you need to do is just take the ratio. These are standard formulas, okay? You cannot say Imax is I1 plus I2. No, Imax is not I1 plus I2. Imax is root I1 plus root I2's whole square. Let's do this. Now, root I1, well, say from here, guys, I1 is 4 times of I2. So just substitute it right over here. So this will be root of 4 times of I2 plus root of I2. This whole thing divided by root of 4 times of I2 minus root of I2. This square, okay. I2 cancels everywhere. So I think, okay, let me just go on the other side. So from here, I'm just going to get root of 4 minus root of 1 by plus root of 4 minus root of 1, and this square. Root 4 is 2, root 1 is 1, so 4's root is again 2 minus 1, and this whole square. 2 plus 1 is 3, 2 minus 1 is 1, so 3 by 1 whole square, which is 9:1. 9:1 is there as option A. Shisha, that's the whole idea, and I'm so glad that so many South Indians, so many people from Northeast, I can see so many even foreigners are there on our channel. So many people from Dubai, Saudi Arabia, Malaysia, even some students from Pakistan, some students from Bangladesh, some students from Nepal, Bhutan. So that's what the channel statistics say. I'm so glad of all of you for joining in on VN Light. Okay, there is nothing like JEE question and NEET question. Okay, it's just a question, that's all. The level is almost similar. Interference pattern we observe 16th order maxima for lambda 1. What order will be visible if the source is replaced by light of wavelength something else? Interesting. Now, remember, when you reach a point, okay, at over here on the screen, this is your screen, this is your center, this is D, okay, and these are your sources. Great, this is the point where you are seeing the interference. Now, the coordinate for maxima or bright fringe is given by n times of lambda d divided by small d. This is what it works like. It is given that you get 16th maxima for one color. What will be the order, that means the number, if wavelength is something else? Understand the question. At the same place, so Y max is basically same at the same place, so Y value is same. D did not change, capital D did not change, only n and lambda will change. Order and wavelength. Hence, I would just say n1 lambda 1 is n2 lambda 2. substitute everything. 16 into lambda 1 is 6000. Don't have to convert it into meters. N2 I do not know. Lambda 2 is 4800. So 0, 0, 0, 0. So N2 will be 16 into 60 divided by 4. 4 goes with 16 4 times. 6 4s are 24. So 240. Just check this out. Oh, I think I've done some mistake. 16 into 60 divided by... Oh, what did I do? 48. I'm so sorry, guys. Oh my god. Blunder. That's a silly mistake. So that's how people do silly mistakes. So take 48. Here was 48 over here. Okay. Now 16 goes with 48. Yep. 3 times. And 3 goes with 60. 20 times. So this will be 20. Hence, that's the answer. Awesomeness. There you go. Option B. There it is. Very good. Very good. Yeah. So 48 was a big number. Shouldn't be true. So anyways, it was not there in options. Okay, there we go to the next one coming up on your screen. Alright, when a wave of wavelength 0.2 is made incident normally on a slit of width 0.004, then the semi-angular width of the central maxima of diffraction pattern will be how much? So what's the angular width? It should not have been semi-angular width. There is a mistake there. Okay, so how do we do this question? This is a question on diffraction. And in diffraction, what happens is that you get a maxima over here, and it is surrounded by two minimas on either side. And this is basically what is asked. So what is the angular width of the central maxima? Okay, so whenever these kind of questions are asked, the formula is the central maxima width is given to be sine theta is equal to lambda divided by your A. Lambda divided by your A. That's it. So lambda value is given to be, what is the lambda? It's 0.2 centimeters. So 0.2 into 10 to the power minus 2 divided by slit width, which is 4 into 10 to the power minus 3. This is basically 2 into 10 to the power minus 3 by 4 into 10 to the power minus 3. These two cancel, so this will be just half. So sine theta is half, so theta will be nothing but 30 degrees, which is option B, of course. Yep, there you go, option B. It's directly based on formula. This is directly there. Sine theta is lambda by A. So, this comes from the fact that, if you go to look at a minima, what's the angular width? And then from there, this has been derived. That's all. So that's the answer. There you go. Option is 30 degrees. Oh, that's the end of the questions. Great. Awesome, guys. So we have done a lot of questions in today's class, and we have touched upon all the important pointers of this block 4, all the formulas which are very important. I have used them, applied them, showed it to you, so that when you see those kind of patterns or models in the mock test or in the actual NEET paper, you will be able to solve it. So we have completed all the 4 blocks. Now I will be doing a sure shot session on Saturday. That's morning 11 o'clock. So if the timing changes, I'll keep you informed. But yes, as of now, it's at 11 o'clock. And on Sunday at 5:30, we'll start off with the paper discussion with the reactions and all of that. So I'm waiting to see all of you. Till then, please don't waste time. Work very hard and don't believe in rumors. And also, please solve lots of problems. And for physics especially, revise through formulas. Just don't go through NCERT. NCERT will help you with definitions, formulas, experiments, figures, graphs. That's all. But for problems, please practice PYQs, assignments. Use the links which are there in the description box below. All right. Thank you so much, guys. Fringe shift is basically when you put a glass slab, then the entire fringe pattern shifts. That is called as a fringe shift. Okay. So to find it, I think I have just searched for my lecture, light waves. I have done those kind of questions in light waves Pathfinder. Just search for the light waves lectures. You will get it. Okay. Thank you guys very much. All the best. And do not forget to smash the like button, share it, and also hit the subscribe button. Bye bye. Hasta la vista. Captain Shreyas signing off.